Hi,
Hello, Natsu,
Dolgan.
and hello, everyone. Thank
Hi, it's
you.
good to see you.
Yeah, me too. Good to see you too, Nadia. Long time.
Yeah, long time no see.
Yes. Okay. So, hello, everyone. I'm Dulgun. Let me introduce myself. So, I'm now studying in Germany, but before I've studied for many years my bachelor's and master's in China too. So, yeah, but today I will mostly introduce about Germany. And can you everyone see my slides?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. So today I decided to first, I will talk about the student life in Germany too, but firstly, I wanted to introduce the program I study. So if anyone is interested in management, business administration, I think this program will take your attention. And I want to introduce my program, which I'm studying right now. It's actually Master's in International Management. So it's a master's degree program and it's called SEMS. So I also study in Germany in the University of Cologne. And what is SAMS? Okay, let me start with that. So SAMS is actually a unique global alliance of world's leading business schools, multinational corporations, and non-governmental organizations. So in SAMS, we actually have 34 member schools, which I will deep dive into it later. And our Master in International Management program is actually top ranking according to The Economist and QS. And also SAMS is a very international program that you can find. For example, in my program at the University of Cologne this year, it's a very competitive program. We only have 40 students, where 50% are internationals and 50% are Germans. And overall, globally, this year, we have 1,348 students studying for this Master in International Management program. So why a lot of people choose our program? Because we actually have a very high ranking, as you can see, and also 96% of our graduates, they find a job within 6 months of graduation. And also perks of studying in SAMS program is like whenever you go to big corporations, McKinsey, Google, Facebook, you always find an alumni who actually studied in your program. So you can approach them as a SAMSy and you can ask them any questions. And they're very helpful because they're previous and alumni SAMSys. And yeah, so what are the benefits of our program for students and why did I choose to study in SAMS in Germany? So first of all, SAMS is an international experience. So we have exchange program. So SAMS master's degree is like at the University of Cologne, it's a 2-year master's degree. And we actually need to do compulsory exchange program. So unless you do an exchange program in another country, you actually cannot graduate. So they make sure that you actually have international experience so that it becomes the international management degree. And then also you have to do a compulsory internship outside of your own country. So for example, as a Mongolian, I can do internship in Germany, but as a German student, you cannot do internship in Germany. You have to go abroad and finish your internship to be able to graduate from this program. And also we have a lot of multicultural multinational students, a lot of classmates from different countries. And also a lot of people who are seeking to be a manager and who wants to work in a consulting industry actually choose our program because we offer business projects, skills seminars, real life case studies. We analyze a lot of case studies. We have so many company visits every week. We have McKinsey event, DHL consulting event. We have so many company visits and dinners. And also we have a lot of support from our department on how do you crack this kind of very hard like McKinsey case study. And we have a lot of guidance on that. And yeah, like as I said before, you have amazing career perspective after graduating from SAMS program because it's a very competitive product to enroll. But after graduation, it's very easy to get accepted by a lot of very big companies. And 100% of SAMS graduates, they actually recommend this program. And okay, so I said SAMS is a global alliance of 34 business schools around the world. So here you can see what are the 34 schools. So we actually SAMS is a program that actually chooses one university in each country. So from Germany, University of Cologne represents SAMS program. So for example, from Canada, Ivy Business School is the only one having SAMS program. And from United States, we have Cornell University, which is an Ivy League university. And also you can see like from Turkey and also from South Africa, actually, as Saskia mentioned, we actually have University of Cape Town. University of Cape Town is actually the representative of SAMS in South Africa. And from Beijing, we have Tsinghua University, and from Korea. So here you can see the list. And we also have 20 SAMS schools in the European Union. So you can see it almost everywhere, Italy, like Switzerland. So why am I showing the schools? As I told you before, you have to do an exchange program to graduate. So as a SAMS student, for example, for me as a University of Cologne student, I can choose between these 33 business schools, which one I would like to do an exchange next year. So I have chosen my school for the next year. I'm going to Austria, Vienna. So yeah, but my classmates, some of them are going to Australia, some of them are interested in US, some of them Korea, Japan. So you have a lot of opportunities to go abroad. And they're all very, very highly ranked universities. And also a lot of students, they choose our program because we really teach about practicality, like case study and like corporate partners and cooperation. So here you can see like our corporate partners, right? It's a Bain & Company, we have McKinsey, mostly like a lot of consulting companies, and also a lot of big companies. We also like Facebook, you can see H&M, Google. So they're always supporting us in events, and then we have a lot of skill seminars from them directly from the company members. So you can learn more about the companies and how to work there, internship opportunities, and many other questions that you want to ask them. And I think like a lot of you, you're wondering what is the admission criteria and how did I actually enroll into the program of the University of Cologne in the SAMS MIM program. So I actually prepared you a short list from the website of the University of Cologne. So first of all, because it's a master's degree program, you have to have a bachelor's degree certificate, and the minimum grade should be 2.5 in German grading. And I know a lot of different countries have different grading, so I would suggest you to use Google to translate your GPA from your country to German grading system to actually understand what is your grade in German grading system. So at least 2.5 you can apply. And in German grading system, 1.0 is the highest grade. And you also need to provide transcript of your records of your bachelor's degree. And you also need to provide your high school diploma. And also in Germany, or also many of the other European universities, they ask you for official description of the contents of the courses. So if your university has like this kind of page where they define all the courses, the syllabuses, the contents, then you can just provide the link. But if your university doesn't have anything like that, then you will have to write by yourself all the description of the courses you have taken before, and just like explanation. And because this SAMS program is a fully English taught program, we need an English language certificates. So we require at least TOEFL IBT 100 or IELTS 7.0 for non-native English speakers. And of course, if you're a native English speaker, you don't need such things, because you speak English naturally. And you also need SAMS application form and declaration of SAMS language. So for SAMS, we have a very big requirement. If you want to graduate from our program, you have to have 3 languages to graduate. That's a very big requirement from our program. So you have to first declare your languages while applying. So mostly if you only speak usually you speak 2 languages, like if you are from a German student, you speak German and English to apply this program. So the 3rd language you have to study during your SAMS program, and you have to pass it and provide it to the SAMS degree office, otherwise you cannot graduate. So they make sure that we have international experience, international internship, international exchange program. At the same time, we speak at least 3 languages. And also SAMS program, we require a motivation letter. Why do you want to study in the SAMS program? And what is your whole motivation of applying for the program? What are you trying to get out of the program? Why they should choose you? And many other things. And also you have to provide your CV or resume, like your education experiences, your internships, your extracurricular activities, and many other things that you want to provide that you think will provide value to your application. And 9th is a very specific thing for Germany. It's called preliminary review documentation. So if you have obtained a bachelor's degree outside of Germany, you have to do this because there is a special organization called UniAssist. So you have to first provide your diploma and transcript to UniAssist for them to check whether your degree is original or not, whether the transcript is original or not. It actually takes 4 to 6 weeks. So you should really be aware when is the deadline of the program and when should you do it at UniAssist, because it really takes a long time. And also, like, to apply to the universities in Germany, you usually don't directly apply to the university. UniAssist is a platform like for whole Germany that you have all the universities and you can directly provide the documents to UniAssist. They qualify your document, they give you this preliminary review documentation, and then you send your applications from UniAssist to the universities. So first application is usually, I remember, 75 euros, and second application is 30 euro, 30 euro, 30 euro. So you just pay application fee directly to UniAssist, and then they send the documents to the university. And some universities, like University of Cologne, they require like second application on the university platform, but you have to really check which university you're applying for. And also, to apply for the SAMS MIM program, you should have an admission test, but it's an optional. So it's like visa test like provided by University of Cologne or GMAT. But this one's, for example, from my point, I didn't take the test because I thought my points were enough to enroll the program, so I didn't take the test. But if you take GMAT test, it will increase your opportunity to get into the program. And 11th one, to get admitted to SAMS MIM program, you have to have an interview. So it's an admissions interview, like 3 to 5 people are in the call with you, and they will ask a lot of questions from you. And here I wrote like subject related requirement. In Germany, it's very specific. So if you haven't done your bachelor's degree in economics, or like if you have done it in law, right, you actually cannot apply usually to these management programs or not, because it's very specific. They require you like certain credits in business administration, economics, and statistics to apply for this program. And it also applies to like engineering and medical degrees. So if you want to do like a engineering master's degree, you have to have a bachelor engineering degree, and you should have certain credits in certain areas of engineering. That's the only way you can apply to Germany. You cannot just apply with any degree to master's degree that you are looking for. Yeah. And yeah, so what is the admission selection of SAMS? So it's usually 100 points. So the biggest point is your bachelor's GPA, right? So if the higher the GPA, the more points you get. And admission test, you get from 10 to 25 points. So it's like, if you have a very good score, 25 points, and interview score is from 5 to 25. And after that, from out of 100, you will have your score. And then after they evaluate all the candidates, they will just rank all the candidates maybe up to 40, and then they send you the admission letter to admit that you are admitted to this program. And I know like a lot of you are wondering like how much is the tuition fee of such an amazing program. So actually, I would say University of Cologne SAMS program is actually exceptional. So we actually only pay 280 euros per semester for the tuition of the SAMS program. And also it includes the ticket for public transportation. So whole semester, you can use public transportation for free, not just in the city of Cologne, but in the state called North Rhine-Westphalia. So Düsseldorf, Essen, Aachen, all these amazing big cities, like, you know, you can just travel them for free. And it's just 280 euros all inclusive, yeah? And also SAMS charges one-time registration fee of 100 euros that you have to pay on sams.org. And also when you're studying abroad to like universities, like, because as I said, University of Cologne is exceptional because the other universities who provide SAMS program, they're very expensive universities. Like HEC Paris, it's at least 10,000 euros. I remember, is it per year or semester? I'm really not sure, but it's very expensive. University of Cornell in United States is 40,000, 50,000 US dollars per year, maybe even more. So you know, the partner schools, they really charge a lot of tuition, but as a University of Cologne student, because you're part of the SAMS program, you actually get to study any of the partner university without a tuition fee. So that's actually one of the perks, but of course you have to apply, like, of course you have to pay for your rent, living expenses there. And also for me, because I study in University of Cologne, if I do exchange program inside the European Union, I automatically get Erasmus Plus scholarship. So because I'm gonna be studying in Vienna next year, I automatically is getting a Erasmus scholarship for me. They said 520 euros for 3 months. So they will give that money just because you are doing exchange program in the European Union. Yes, okay, so it was like, like a short introduction of the program, and if any questions. Yeah.
Thanks, Dugan, for the amazing sharing of your experience studying in German so far.
Yes.
So one of the students got question here. What about the English language requirement for German universities?
It depends. Like, for example, our program is an English taught program. So of course we require TOEFL and IELTS, TOEFL 100 and IELTS 7.0. But I mean, I would say Germany doesn't have a lot of English taught programs. Yeah, mostly because it's Germany. If you want to do it in a German taught program, then you need German language. But English taught program, depending from university, they have different requirements. But our program is a very strict one and competitive one. So we require a very high score on language requirements.
All right. So, I mean, I've known you for quite some time, right? So I know that you have been in China for what, 6-7 years?
Yeah.
So what do you think is the experience in China versus studying in German so far?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, we know each other for so long. And I mean, experience in China, like Germany and China, they offer, I think, two different things for students. So Chinese life for me is more vibrant, I would say. Like life in China is like, like it's, I mean, definitely we lived in Beijing together. Beijing is such a bustling, big metropolitan city. We know excitement. It's so international. And, you can meet a lot of different people at the same time. You can eat outside every day. And, like you can do a lot of go to new places. And it's just, as a student, you feel this vibrancy and excitement. But I think for Germany, I think it's also exciting and very international. But I think in Germany, you feel more closer to the nature because here we have so many parks. And then, for example, in Beijing, when we go out with friends, we go to maybe like the dinner together and maybe KTV. But here, when you go out with friends, you go to a park and do picnic, for example. And yeah, so, and also here, like the very big difference between like student life in Germany and in China is like in China, you always eat outside. Yeah, it's very affordable and very tasty. In Germany, as a student, I would not recommend you to eat all the time outside. Otherwise, it's at least 20 euros per day. So imagine that for 30 days, it's like 600 euros just for food, because food here is quite pricey, I would say. So the lifestyle, you will cook here more. In China, you will eat outside, but here you have more peace, I would say. Yeah, in China, you have all the time vibrancy, a lot of people, very noisy. So yeah.
All right. I think exciting. Maybe I should go to German to, to experience that too. So got a question from a student as well. So is it possible to do any job while studying in Germany?
Yes, actually, I'm a working student too. So in Germany, as a student, you can work legally 20 hours per week, which is 80 hours per month. So yeah, as I told you, I'm studying, right, full time, but I'm also working. So I'm working in a Swedish company called Atlas Copco. It's a multinational company. I'm working in the marketing department. So I work 20 hours per week. And usually the minimum wage actually depends from which city of Germany you're located in. So I'm located in Cologne, which is the state of North Rhine-Westphalia. So just last year, they increased the minimum wage from 10 euros to 12 euros. So if you come to University of Cologne, you know that if you're applying for a job, you at least per hour, you will get 12 euros per hour before tax. Yeah, like after tax, maybe like 10 euro per hour. Yeah, so if you work 80 hours fully, then you can get 800 euros as a working student.
Mm-hmm. That's great. So was it competitive to find a job as an international student in Germany?
I think I would say it really depends from your qualifications, what you can bring to the table to the company. And I think in general, I mean, my classmates, Sam's classmates, each and every one of them are working, and all the international students, they found a job. But I would say if you speak German, that would be a very big plus, because you know, like even it's the same situation in China too. Like when you speak Chinese, you have so much bigger pool of job applications that you can get admitted to. But when you only speak English, you have only few companies that can accept you, right? So it's the same
Yep.
thing in Germany. I think I would say like Germans, they speak much more English than in China, and companies, they really okay with English, but still like I mean, I talked with people in McKinsey and like, you know, KPMG, all these big consultants. I was thinking maybe to enroll there after my graduation, but they told me like they need at least B2 level of German. So for working students, I think with English, you can still find it. It's not that hard, but if you're really thinking of finding a job in Germany, in a German company, or even international companies in Germany, because clients are German, they still require a very good level of German.
Mm-hmm. Got it. So one final question for me here is about your experience applying to German universities.
Yeah.
So how was it? I mean, was it hard, difficult, or is it like a difficult process entirely? Maybe there's layers of application process.
Yes, I mean, I would say it's very similar to applying to other countries. And I mean, we have worked together, we have helped many hundreds of thousands of students to apply to universities. So we know the admission criteria. But I think the different thing was like usually in China or like in other countries, you just like, you don't have this like UniAssist, this kind of organization that you have to go through document checking. That was the hardest part, because like I applied through UniAssist during COVID. So I was lucky so that I didn't need to physically send my documents to UniAssist. But because during COVID, you know, like they were like really, like they didn't want to take the documents by hand because COVID measures. But I think maybe now after COVID, you will still need to mail your documents from a university stamp to UniAssist. So for them to qualify your degree. So after you send your document, after they qualify your degree, only then you can apply to the universities. So I think that was a very big step. And also it's the same for Belgium too. Like they really have to check the originality of your diploma and the transcript. And yeah, so I think that was the biggest difference in general. And I think bachelor's diploma and transcript, like CV and motivation letter, I think it's like same for each and every country. And the interview, of course, it depends from uni to uni. Yeah, we also have very specific interview here, but I would say just the UniAssist was the big thing to understand it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So thank you so much, Dolgun, for sharing your study in German experience. We're happy to see you again, and we're happy to hear your stories about studying in German.